Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox the Growstar 12 and 36 watt LED plant growing lights, take a close-up look, turn them on and see them light up. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box of the 12 watt LED plant growing light. And that's the dimensions of the light. And then some product details. And an image of the light. And some more product details, and back to the specifications. So that's the outside of the 12 watt LED plant growing light. Now let's take a look around the outside of the box of the 36 watt LED plant growing light. So once again, the dimensions, and then product specifications, and then an image of the light, and some more details about the light. And let's do a quick side-by-side. Okay, and then let's go ahead and now open up the boxes. So let's start with the 12 watt one on the left hand side. Go ahead and open up the box and remove the protective card packaging. And just make sure that there's nothing left on the underside. So that's the 12 watt light, and always check the inside and underside of the packaging. Okay, so that's just fine. So that's the 12 watt LED plant growing light taken out from its box. Let's just set it down to one side on the left and move on to the 36 watt plant growing light, which is in this box. Let's go ahead and open it up and do the same thing. Remove the protective card packaging. So as you can see, they come in two different colors for the different wattages. So the one on the left is the 12 watt LED plant growing light, and the one on the right is the 36 watt LED plant growing light. So two different colors to represent two different wattages. So the black is the 12 watt light on the left, and the white is the 36 watt on the right. So as you can see, dimension wise, they both are identical in size and structure as well. And even the lights, the layout of the lights are the same. And of course, we have to check them out afterwards when we turn them on to see if the lights and light output is the same or if there are any real differences. And of course, they have an E27 Edison screw socket. Okay, let's take a close-up look at the black one first, which is the 12 watt one. And let me just set up the 36 watt light in the background so it doesn't distract the foreground. So as you can see, very fine and large cooling fins. And of course, it has a metal aluminium construction, so it's quite light in weight. And of course, I mentioned the E27 screw, Edison screw socket connector. So you can see it is quite a large plant growing light, which they're more or less standard in terms of sizing. So this is quite a common size for these LED plant growing lights. And I'll just rotate the light around just so you can have an overall look of the construction of the plant growing light. So it does have quite a consistent design to it. Okay, so that's the 12-watt Growstar LED plant growing light on the left, which is the one in black. And now let's pick up the 36-watt one, which I now have in my hand. So there are 12 LEDs, as you can see. So same thing, same deal with the 12-watt one, which we've just seen. And once again, I'll just quickly spin or turn the light around. So it does have these very large cooling fins to dissipate the heat from the light or LEDs so that you can use the light for an extended period of time without worrying about overheating. So once again, metal construction on the front surround. That might be plastic, I can't quite tell, but on the surround is metal or aluminium fins as well. And then this part is clearly plastic all the way right through to the back. And of course with the connector with the E27, that part is metal for conductivity along with the tip. Okay, so let's go ahead and check them out already in terms of plugging them in and turning them on. So I do have a socket here, light socket. Let's go ahead and screw the light in. So just let me set the 36-watt LED light to one side and then screw the light into the socket, and then we can turn it on and see it light up. Okay, so it's now ready to be turned on, so let's go ahead and turn on the 12-watt Growstar LED plant growing light, and just like that you can see the light come on, and there are 9 red LEDs with 3 blue ones. And you can see it does have a purplish ultraviolet or pink hue light coming out and beaming onto the table. And you might not see that very clearly, but I'll gently turn the light around so you can see the shifting, if any shifting of the colors exist. But you can see through the fins that I'm actually turning the light. And to help with a bit of the visuals, I have a white sheet of paper here, as you can see. So perhaps you can see the light more clearly that way. Okay, so it is beaming or shining through with a fuchsia or pink color, but through the LCD of the camcorder it looks blue. So that's not the correct representation, but I can tell you it is pinkish in the color output from the plant growing light. And let me just hold it this way. Okay, so that's the light output, and you can see the width of the beam on the sheet of paper. It extends beyond that, but perhaps the camcorder isn't that great at catching the colors correctly and the spread correctly as well. Okay, and in terms of heat dissipation, very, very safe with my hands fully pressed up and holding the LED plant growing light. And I can feel no heat at all. And of course, we've only just turned it on, but still, that's quite a good sign. Okay, now let's turn it off and try the 36 watt plant growing light. So let's go ahead and unscrew the 12 watt light. Set it down to one side. And then connect up the 36 one right now by screwing it into the light socket. Okay, so it's all connected up, all screwed in. Let's go ahead and turn on the light, and just like that, comes on quite instantly. And with the output, I can clearly see that the light output is quite a lot more intense. So the color and spread is a lot wider. And once again, the output is pinkish. And let me just point it into the camcorder. So once again, it is a 9 red LED and 3 blue LED layout. And the output is a fuchsia or pink output, not the blue that you see on the video screen, or at least from what I can tell from the LCD screen from my camcorder. So the color representation on the camcorder is not blue, it should be pink. So real life, it is a pink output. And you can see, as I said earlier, the light output is a lot stronger and the beam appears to be slightly wider as well. Or the flood, I should say. And unfortunately, I don't have another socket to do them side by side, but at least you get the idea of the outputs from both the 12 and the 36 watt Growstar LED plant growing lights. and with the 36-watt light right now, with my hands cupped around the housing, I can feel that it is noticeably warmer than the 12-watt version, but still very safe to touch and grab onto. And just to give you an idea of the output, with the vertical orientation with the light pointing directly down, so a nice wide beam or flood with the 36-watt light. And let's quickly switch back to the 12-watt light in just a moment. So there you go, the 36-watt light. Turning it off. Setting it back down. And then turning on the 12-watt version. Once again, hanging directly overhead. You can see that the beam or flood is not as wide as the 36-watt version. But there you go. So the black is the 12-watt version, white is the 36-watt version. So those are the Growstar 12 and 36-watt LED plant growing lights. Thanks for watching and happy growing!